Hey guys, start working my way back to the trail. I'm doing an afternoon deer hunt here on public land. Just talked to a kid down below. He was coming out from hunting morning. We were talking about different deer people got out here and just where to sit in here in general for deer hunting. And he was telling me this. Somebody was telling him, but there's a black coyote running here too. But there's been random views of those. Game Wars talking about one running out in Burgestown, PA too, a couple years ago. So nice hearing different stuff from different people. I let him know about my YouTube channel. His name was Andrew, because he was looking for a way to unload his crossbow, and I remember posting a video about how I do mine with that decocking arrow. But I just talked to another hunter on his way out. He was bird hunting, looking for pheasants, so we'll see if their deer are up and moving today. Hoping rut's he's starting here soon. I'll talk to you guys in a while. I got about a mile and a half walk back to my spot, if I get my usual spot. And there's that pheasant hunter shooting. He wants to get on the bird. But talk to you guys later. Just started ducking here, guys, really quick, just to listen and stand for a minute. I hunted here last year doing light archery. Not doing light archery, doing regular archery. I think it was the last couple of days of archery. I sat in here one day. I was pulling out early, and I decided to just dip in here and sit for a couple hours. Every once in a while, I sit in a spot. It's usually last minute spot, working out of the woods, and just want to dip into a spot to sit on the way back to the car, or is a spot that I sit in if there's just a lot of people around in other spots. I thought I'd just dip in here really quick just to see if it's anything in here moving around. Deer usually like run this hill bank. They run from the bottom up between these two trails for the game commission. There's a creek bottom down below. So it's a big funnel area. Hey guys, just starting to walk my way back. Still walking through. This is the other set of fields. I've stopped in there and just looked around, and really didn't see much deer sign yet, but they do run that valley. But we're gonna keep walking ourselves back to one of my usual spots. But those two pheasant hunters looks like they had luck. Those two young kids. Two younger guys, about my age, maybe a little younger. Probably brothers I'm hunting with. Surprisingly, they're hunting with double barrels. Surprisingly. For younger guys. But it's good to see them outrun their dog and getting in the pheasants. But I'll talk to you guys later. Just got done, guys. Just putting out a little bit of scent. That's what I've been using the last couple of years. After deer season, you get like $3 a bottle. I seen those two rubs down below me. So there's this certain rub here. Oh, this is that big buck I've been chasing, this big 7. This has a messed up rack. I've been chasing him for the last couple of years, last 3 years, I think. Well, let's hope tonight we have a run in tonight. If we meet him again. I passed him a couple of years ago on rifle season. But other than that, remember guys, PA archery's in for deer, bear, and turkey. Turkey opened up today for archery and shotgun for fall. So keep the turkey call close. You never know you're gonna need it. I forgot to bring mine, but luckily I can call from my voice still. I don't got no call my nock, guys. I don't use them. I don't have diaphragm on me. That's just for my voice. Hey y'all, guess what? Hair and blood, we just got a doe. Found blood yet, but I hit her going for all this thick stuff. You guys can see my orange hat's there. My stuff's there. I shot her up in here. I found my arrow, my bolt, back in that pile of mess. And she was in this open spot in here from where I was sitting at down there. First deer with the crossbow and archery. Been out in archery the last couple of years. I haven't got a deer. This is my first one. This deer come running through up the hill like on a darn damn line right to me. I didn't even hear her. I mean, I heard her. I was sitting on my phone reading something about tree oil and lavender oils and if your body can absorb them and what it'll do. I'm sitting there skimming around on my phone, just skimming, reading something, and I heard something down below me running. I'm like, another squirrel or maybe another chipmunk. I put my head down, looked down, and I seen a deer. I seen her popping up over some brush and some other stuff come running up, and I'm like, it's a deer. I already put my phone down, picked my crossbow up, and she come running right through where I had all those doe estresses down. I put some doe urine down there, and some next to me, and some down near those scrapes, and I put those rubs, and I put some out in the field, and she came running right up through this thing of trees, and as soon as she got between me and the field, there's not much between me and the field, another, what, 5 feet, 5 yards, hit that, she just stopped and froze, and I already had my crossbow on my shoulder, and I threw the crosshair on her and just hurry up and squeeze. As soon as I hit that crossbow scope on her darn vitals, I just squeezed in there, and I seen her just jump straight up in there, and I seen her nose dive out in the field. So I'm gonna go see if I can find her, guys. Hey guys, just did a grid pattern search of this whole area where I shot at. Hooked around where I shot her at. I really don't got no blood at all, no hair. Walked up to the field, did a walk onto the field, looked around. Really nothing there either. Looked up where I seen her nose dive at, nothing there. There's nothing at all. And I just went over through this area one last time. My bolt, I got hair. You can tell where I showed it originally the first time. There's hair, one spot there with just like barely a drop of blood, That last vein, that white vein, it's the only one covered with any kind of blood on it. And it's super light on the nock. Even the nock, blood finally dried on it, but you can see where there's blood on both sides of that vein, plus blood in that nock. I don't know. I'm not getting really good blood on the ground at all. I'm not seeing anything at all. For how I seen my scope where that crossbow was at, being I had it right behind the shoulder, right in the chest area. You have thought right through the chest, ribs, and stuff. I should have had a lot of blood for a direct hit. I mean, I'm kind of thinking this deer either ducked my arrow and I zipped across the back, or this deer jumped and I shot underneath her, and that's maybe why I heard my arrow smack against a tree. That bolt hit it smack against a tree. Because right now, I'm not getting much of anything over here. I've walked all around both sides of that mess, all through it, all the way up the other side of it, up for the other side of another big field of CRP, and down in the other valley that goes into heavy timber down in the private property. I haven't walked even that far and didn't see no blood there either. I mean, it's going on after 4 here now, guys. I got a mile and a half to walk out, but don't like losing them. But she must have jumped it or ducked it. Got it right on her and hit that trigger, and then it dunk, and seen her jump up, kick both legs forward, seen her crash forward, see her take off running, and I seen her smash out here in the field, but like almost like she fell over and pushed her face in the ground. But I don't see nothing at all. No blood, no fur. It's one of those things of kind of, where does she go? For me to hit deer, you should have blood pouring out of them. But I'm going to start walking back the other direction, guys, here in a second. We'll talk to you later. Tell you guys, that's right there. This is all game lands inside. But you can tell that's private on the other side of it. All in the bottom of those woods goes into private. But up here in this field, I shot her on the other side of the field, on the other side of that hedge grove, and I walked all through this already, and I'm not finding blood or hair, no nothing where I've hit her. I mean, this stuff's pretty thick, pretty dry, and you can tell it's pretty tall. This is all CRP, but I'm just gonna go back. I'm just going back through, combing it one more time, hoping that I find something. But as of right now, I haven't seen anything at all. No sign of a hit. Other than that little bit of blood out of my arrow. That's the only thing I've seen so far of this one. Thinking she might have just jumped it or ducked it. I just barely just caught her. You can tell this stuff, as she hit this stuff, I should have blood somewhere. guys. You can tell? Nothing in the crossbow, nothing cut back. Just out. Putting around, seeing I can still find this thing. Just making sure nothing's left unturned. I was just talking to myself for I don't know how long. I thought I had it on the video and I just didn't, but it's one of those kind of days. Like I said, I shot her, thought I through the scope, it looked like I hit her because I had seen her jump up, kick the legs, slam back down, take off running, and slam the field. But those dog in the field, you assumed that was a hit. And we have ourselves a deer, but with no blood anywhere to follow and no hair. And on the broadhead, it was just that little bit of hair on the bottom of that one of those blades. And one vein covered in thin stuff. Makes you wonder if we got she jumped it or ducked it. I just barely caught her. But that's why it's called hunting. You don't get them every time. Sometimes you miss. There's a lot of stuff between me and her. A lot of small. It was clean till I hit where she was, and then there was a lot of thin brush, probably up to about her knees, and her chest was open. But there was a tree next to her front shoulders, where the only thing I had a shot for through is dead center in the chest. That's where I put that crosshair, and that's where I squeezed that. But could have been a piece of brush there that I didn't see that caught that arrow and diverted it, or low, or this crossbow is super loud, and she could have heard that pop off the crossbow and just ducked it in time. You're surprised they can duck an arrow, duck a bolt from a crossbow or a bow. There's tons of videos on YouTube with it. Other hunting shows who've shown them ducking them and jumping them. But it's almost 5, guys, here. I've been walking around, moping around, seeing if I hit a ring. I walked that whole up and around that one hedgerow, looked all through it, looked out on the other side of it, went down the other one, walked around the other field, walked all the way down to private, hunted for all that open timber to hit private, and didn't find blood at all. I followed straight across where she would have hit. She would have kept on that, probably, hopefully, that straight line, but I didn't find anything, and I didn't find anything around, even looking around the fields, and even this far, just the field touches certain way walk back the trail toward cars. I mean, this is a mile and a half back. I'm not seeing nothing anywhere. So just touching back, guys. I mean, it's been a long afternoon, but it's hunting. I enjoy it. I don't enjoy it when this happens, but it's hunting. I got a chance at a deer. So that's why we do it. We do it to put food on the table for our families, but don't always happen. Man upstairs gave me a shot. I took it, and what happened happened. She's a little quicker. Reflexes, I guess, I would say. No, know if you guys can see that, guys, but there's 2 pheasants right there in the middle of the field. On the way out, guys, it's getting dark. You can tell it's 5:30. Man, just tripped another pheasant. Female. Big bird. Try to get a video of it, but actually, if I might be able to get one of it, she's right there. Notice all that brush pile. Nah, she slipped. She's in there. Seen her like twice. She's up in all that mess. Just need to walk down the cord, guys. As always, 2-way strong. Love everyone. Good luck hunting, guys. So a long hunting season.